So let's get into RoboCop. This is the first time we've seen RoboCop. Fujin and Shiva gameplay was shown off in the initial MK11 Aftermath trailer. Haven't seen RoboCop until today, this morning, when the gameplay trailer came out. So RoboCop is a character that I really like. I really like the movie and some of the sequel stuff, but not as much. The movie is fantastic. So I like the source material for sure, and that's honestly something that I don't typically have when it comes to Mortal Kombat. Like, I like the Terminator, pretty cool. I like those movies, definitely classics. I liked Spawn when I was a kid, but with the other guest characters in previous MK games, I just don't watch horror movies. So for me, I had to Google who Leatherface was. I just had no idea. So this is the first time there's a character that's in it where I'm like, wow, that movie was actually fantastic, and I really like the character, and the satire around it is super excellent. So I was a little worried that it wouldn't come out how I liked, but seeing what we've seen so far, I think they have done a nice job. So shout outs to them. Let's take a look at what the gameplay is like. So to start, IGN said that he's a zoner, and that he zones with projectiles, and he's got a shield and stuff like that. So let's see those in action, huh? So this is, I don't know, what button would you guess this one is? This is maybe forward one. This is probably a mid, I would guess. Might be duckable by some things, might be like something you can low profile, and then probably a special, right? So now you shoot a little canister at him. It causes a big knockdown. Dang, big sliding knockdown. So if you're a zoner, it's great to have something that causes a big sliding knockdown. You know, you get a lot of space, you get a lot of time to set something up. And this is cool. I'm really excited to see more about the shield right here. So the shield, and he just tanks it. Wow. And not only that, but he, I think, causes hit stun? Because this button, we'll see this button or something that looks like it quite a few times. So, again here. So, no, I guess that looks like it's probably just a canned animation, doesn't it? I don't know, he just so quickly takes a step forward, the camera kind of pans position. It's probably just a canned move. Yeah. Although he does have a boot that looks like this as well. We'll see that a few times. But that's cool. So shield can actually, it's like an extended parry. Yeah, if that's even the right word, because the window is presumably that entire time, right? Presumably the whole time that he's got the shield out here, this would work. Question is, does it work on everything? Later on we'll see it against a projectile and it tanks that as well. But I just wonder if it's, does it have to be some particular category of move? What about throws? A lot of parries and counters in this game work against throws as well. Does the same thing? Like, what if you try to grab him? Like, let's see what the startup looks like. How fast does it seem like it is? So he's definitely in neutral position. That's probably, it's probably inputted by like down forward into whatever button. So you saw him crouch, then do it. But then when it actually starts, it's like pretty fast. So let's see. So he inputs the down, probably as part of the special move. And then now special move is beginning probably. So like, okay, that was really slow. I would say that was like 15 to 20 frames. Pretty slow. But does he counter lows? Does it have to be a mid or a high? Okay, original soundtrack. Perhaps shield is a stance with a couple of options out of it. Could be. Could be. Okay. So then he gets a grab. And it's a crushing blow. And I am super curious about this now. Because for me, as somebody who likes to play both grapplers and zoners, I'm into it if a zoner has a crushing blow grab, but what's the condition, right? So a few things could be, most normal grabs that have crushing blows are just tied to the fact that previously the opponent did an escape fail. They tried to escape your grab, but they guessed the wrong direction, and so it says escape failed on the right, on the side, and that means that the next time you grab them, with whichever direction your crushing blow throw is on, some are on both, you'll get a crushing blow. That's the most common version, but it's not the only version. There are some different ones. And there are some command grabs that if they grab the opponent out of a roll, that's a crushing blow. So I wonder if the reason that they showed us this roll... Okay. What if the reason they showed us this roll is that this is the requirement for throw crushing blow? I'd be surprised if RoboCop had a command grab. You know, that doesn't seem like it's right. So this is probably like normal grab, normal forward throw. I don't know, do you think he recovers from the roll in time? I wonder. That's really hard to see. So let's see, let's try to do this frame by frame. So is he actually out of the roll? Maybe, actually. Roll actually might be over. Huh. So I don't know. Did they show us this grab after roll crushing blow because they're trying to like throw us off the scent? Is this actually just a regular escape failed crushing blow? Is there something else? Some other requirement for it? Or is this actually just he's punishing the very, very last frames of a roll? Because there are some punishable frames at the end of roll. Who knows? Who knows? He gets the big blammo. I just watched the movie. What was that called? The super gun thing? That like everybody uses at the end of the movie. Anyway. Alright, so knee. Knee, back punch, and that's actually pretty fast looking. Let's go back and see if we can find this frame by frame here. So I think the knee begins before we actually see it on screen. Come on. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's starting already. So this might be forward 3 because that looked like it was the front kick, and it's probably a mid. It'd be weird if that was a high. Be surprising. So maybe forward 3, 2. One. Forward 3, 2, 1 maybe. And then he seemingly cancels it into gunshots. So gunshots with the knockdown. So already we've seen multiple different projectiles that cause pretty far backward knockdowns. There was the thing right at the beginning. That was it right there. So this looks like it's probably forward 1 into the little shoulder cannon. Little shoulder cannon. Right? Ba-bam. Super far, fast splat knockback. This also knocks the opponent way back. That, we don't see the end of it. That probably ends up with the opponent knocked pretty far away as well. And then he goes for string into gunshot. Those are probably high gunshots, but still knockback. Like, so much about this is seemingly dedicated to RoboCop pushing the opponent far away. Woo! Did you see the speed of that? Okay. Look at this that comes out of RoboCop's arm. So he amplifies it. And look at how slow it moves. It's so slow. What I'm imagining, we see Johnny roll into it, so we don't get to see it very long. But what I'm imagining is that you have this like very slow projectile just kind of coasting across the screen. And meanwhile, RoboCop gets to do more of the high gunshots, or maybe the shoulder cannon, or whatever, right? Something else. So I'm very curious for that. And then again, when this hits, he gets the giant rolling knockback. Like, this character is so clearly dedicated towards having space. I love it. I'm into it. All right, so this is Boot directly into Fatal Blow. Genius confirmed. That's so cool. I wanted to see the Boot right here. So Boot. Now, is this forward 4? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. This is forward 4 as a mid, most likely. And then confirmed right into Fatal Blow. And I didn't leave the whole Fatal Blow in this clip because why? Who cares? You can watch that elsewhere. I want the gameplay, baby. And then he gets knocked down. This is up 3, I believe. Yeah. So this is a traditional looking up 3. Looks like it's pretty decent range. Kind of lunges forward a little bit. Yep. So that's cool. Yeah, he uses the little data thing. And then that's probably stand. Oh, okay, so that's not the same forward 4 boot. I think this is probably stand 4. Stand 4s are typically highs. And they usually cause, well, maybe not usually, but often they cause big kind of like knockdowns. But they're usually highs, so you don't see them super often. But I think he's canceling that into another canister. So remember at the beginning of this, we saw the shoulder cannon. And it had a knockdown on it, and the opponent got sent really far away. This is different. So I wonder if this is a variation on the shoulder cannon. Does the shoulder cannon have different moves and different variations? Because this is for Oki right here. Look at that. So Terminator gets up. He's got to deal with it immediately. It explodes, I guess. And now, how long is he stuck there? For a long time. Oh my god, a super long time. Long enough for clearly quite slow RoboCop. Oh, by the way, that was amplified. I didn't think I noticed that before. So amplify, right? So I guess conceivably it could be the same as the initial shoulder canister that we saw. Just maybe this is the amplified version of it. So then he gets hit. Slow walk up by RoboCop, string, and then crushing blow. But I wonder if the condition of this is that the opponent has to be electrified. Who knows? Because this looks like mid-mid, if I had to guess. By the way, he looks like such an awkward robot the whole time. It's perfect. And then this thing comes out. So let's see the sequence again here. Right, so stand 4, shoulder cannon, amplify. Could be a different variation move. Could be the same thing as the initial one we saw, but who knows? Could be just the amplified version. And then this happens, and he walks up, bop bop, overhead for sure. It'd be really weird if this was not an overhead. But yeah, I wonder what the condition could be. Is it related to this string taking effect when the opponent is electrified? That's, who knows? Got him. Okay. Another gunshot, and that was amplify. So yes. That's probably 1-2. Okay, so my guess is this is probably stand 1. Stand 1-2. And that looks like 2 highs to me. I would guess that's high. And then the knockdown. And then that's hilarious. That they put in the flight from RoboCop 3, I think. Alright, so he gets the big knockdown, right? And jumps up into the sky with a very awkward robot jump. And then here activates air dash. which actually has a hit on it. And I think what they want us to know is that this is not safe. Right, because then Terminator comes in and punishes him with the kick right away. So that's probably not safe. And I think that might make sense because this character seems like it's very zoning based. It's very focused, it seems, on keeping the opponent out. Everything seems to launch the opponent away. We've already seen like at least 3 or 4 different kinds of projectiles. So for the like advancing option to be unsafe, I think is pretty in keeping with the character. And then here he is with the shield again. We saw the shield earlier when it absorbed the Baraka Berserker Barrage. And when that happened, it immediately seemed to turn into a counterattack. Somebody in the chat pitched the idea that maybe it has follow-ups and maybe you have to trigger it as the person using RoboCop. Like maybe here he could have absorbed a projectile and pressed whatever button and then done the big kick that we saw that knocked down Baraka. But maybe it just has different reactions based on what it connects with. Maybe if it eats a projectile, nothing happens. But if it eats a mid or a high, or maybe any attack even, who knows, maybe lows too. Or maybe even throws, who knows. Maybe if it eats something else, it causes the boot. Who knows, right? I don't know, I'm very curious about that. But I really like the idea of this character as being like a tank. Like, not very mobile, it looks like. The 1-2 was a high, it looked like, so the mix-ups may not be great in that sense. Not an auto shimmy like some characters. You can just duck, right? But good zoning, good space control, and good counter zoning too, because it's not common that the same character has good zoning and good counter zoning. I guess you might say Cetrion has that, but that's pretty rare. So that sounds cool to me. And then here. Oh, that's actually the end of the video right there. Okay. So that's punished, I'm pretty sure. Tanks it, and then gotta think that's forward 4 again. And he goes this time into flamethrower. Like that. So we don't know what that results in. Does that result in a standing reset opportunity? The clip ends right after this. We don't get to see if Terminator's knocked down, if he's stuck in hit stun for a long time, or what. Is that even a safe option for RoboCop to do? Is that going to be punished if he does that on block?